this problem, one side is given and two angles are given. To get the third angle, which is angle C, we need to add the other two angles. So that's why we did 56 plus 63 equals 119. And then 180 minus 119 equals 61 degrees, because three angles of a triangle need to equal 180 degrees. So angle C is 61 degrees, and we have all three angles and one side. So with that information, we need to decide whether we use the law of sines or the law of cosine. I start by using the law of sines because there's only one side given. If I had two sides given, I could use the law of cosine. So the law of sines, as I wrote, is A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. We use this law to find B, so we don't need A over sine A for now. We will use B over sine B equals C over sine C and fill out the numbers. We know that sine B is 56 degrees, but B is unknown and sine C is 61 degrees and C is 0.5 miles. So B over sine 56 equals 0.5 over sine 61. And then to get the value of B, you multiply each side by sine 56 so that at the end B will equal around 0.473 miles. Now that we have sides, we can use cosine to find A. We can still use sines, but law of cosine is another way. The law of cosine is A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine parentheses A. And we fill in the values we know. So A squared equals 0.473 squared plus 0.5 squared minus 2.413 times 0.5 times cosine 63 degrees. After finding the squares first, we can then narrow it down to A squared equals 0.223 plus 0.25 minus 2 times 0.473 times 0.5 cosine 63. Now we add these together and multiply, so then we are left with A squared equals 0.473 minus 2 times 0.236 times cosine 63. After putting it in the calculator and solving, we realize A squared equals 0.258. And then obviously we need to find the square root, because we can't leave it like that, because that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for A, not A squared. So after square rooting this number, we are left with a pretty large number, but after using the first three decimal points, it is around 0.509. So what this leaves us with is that we now know that side A equals 0.509 miles, side B equals 0.473 miles, And finally, side C equals 0.5 miles.